What's going on, guys? It's Brian from Stub Club, and today we are talking about Eternals for 25 Days of Disney.
We have watched, unguided. We have helped them progress. Throughout the years, we have never interfered. Until now. Ended when you said
This is actually going to be a tough one to get through. Eternals is the newest, this came out in November. It's the newest Marvel movie that's come out, and I have to be honest, I did not enjoy this movie. There were some parts of it that were kind of cool, but for me, this movie was kind of a slog to get through. I'm not going to spoil a lot of it. I want you to have your own opinions of it. No, there wasn't a lot of action in it, and I've been criticized for that. But I also felt like there wasn't enough character for this movie, except for Kumail Nanjiani, who played Kingu, and the gentleman that played Gilgamesh.
Thank you for this.
Oh, you're welcome.
So now that Captain Rogers and Iron Man are both gone, who do you think's gonna lead the Avengers?
I could lead them.
I thought those two were fairly well done actors. I guess the best comparison that I can have for this was they felt like they were from the Zack Snyder universe of Batman vs Superman, where Superman is just dark and dreary, everything's gray. There's really not a lot of color in this movie. There's obviously this you've seen the large celestial being that's in this movie. And the large celestial being is trying to bring another celestial being back. That's the whole plot of this movie. And the Eternals are there. They've been around for centuries, and they can't interfere in anything that's happened in the world. So, like the destruction of Pompeii, the dropping of the nuclear bombs, they were there for that. They were there for when Thanos snapped his fingers. It's such a cool concept. They're these eternal heroes. That's what they are. They're eternal. They don't die. They're invulnerable to most things. At least with me, I felt like there wasn't a connection for the audience. There were a couple parts where there was a lot of comedy and
I bet you've built the perfect safe house. I mean, what's this even made of? Vibranium?
Fall collection. IKEA.
there was a lot of character where it actually felt like there was chemistry, and it was when they first got onto their old ship, which is that giant triangle that you see in the previews, and they had a lot of chemistry there. They were acting like they've been teammates for years, even though they haven't seen each other for centuries, maybe. They haven't. I don't want to talk completely bad about this movie, but I remember I saw this with my girlfriend and my best friend, and I was bored, if I'm being honest with you. I was not having the best time. I won't say it's the worst movie ever. I won't ever say that, but I would probably venture to say that even though with myself being a collector of these Marvel movies, I have a full collection of 4K DVDs for these Marvel movies, I'm still going to buy it. I don't ever plan on watching it again, or at least doing it out of being like, oh, I need to watch this movie again, like watching the original Thor or the original Captain America, which were not the best movies, but they weren't the worst movies either. There were these monsters that come out, and I felt like they would have been a better first villain for these movies than what they actually gave us for a villain. Because they wanted to steer they want to steer near the comics, but they don't want to go all the way into it. The only part that was really for me fun for the end of the movie was that the end credits teased Blade. So there's a Blade tease in this Eternals movie, but other than that, now again, Mike can do his review, and Jen and Julia can do their reviews. For me, this was a dud for me, and that's saying something because I love the Marvel movies. Even if all the Marvel movies aren't the greatest, they're all still fairly entertaining. This, I was just bored out of my mind. I almost fell asleep a couple times in the theater, but I didn't. I won't say I hate this movie, but I don't like this movie. It's sad to say because to me this is the first really bad Marvel movie that people have done or that Marvel Studios have done. And it's not because of the controversies like the openly gay characters that are in this movie, or like the strong women characters in this movie. It's not because of the controversies like that. I Wonder Woman's one of my favorite movies. I really couldn't care less about what they're doing with the gay characters in this movie. It's the fact that this wasn't good writing and there wasn't good cinematography, good action. It felt like watching a Zack Snyder Justice League movie. Not the Snyder Cut Justice League movie, which is actually fairly decent. I'm talking about like Batman vs. Superman or the Joss Whedon Justice League. Not the best movies. They're not. So, me personally, I wouldn't recommend it, but you can have your own opinion. Please tell us what you think about Eternals. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you tomorrow for another 25 Days of Disney. Thanks, guys.